Happy Friday, Bobcats. I'm Caleb Davis.
And I'm Shelby Jobson. Welcome to the second edition of CISD-TV News.
Students, during both lunches today, the prom committee will be selling goodies at the concession stand. Everything is $1, so please stop by to benefit junior prom.
Now here's our sports correspondent, Andrew Reed, to tell us about some of the traditions we have in Celina.
Celina is a town that's filled with tradition, and with football starting district this week, we decided to catch up with some of our athletes and see what their favorite Bobcat tradition is. The basketball girls have a rather unusual tradition.
When Coach Davis throws stuff at us, because it's really funny sometimes when she doesn't throw it at you.
Football's traditions go back years.
My favorite Bobcat tradition is the fronts. I like doing the fronts because it gets everybody excited, and we all get in a little circle afterwards and get everybody excited for the game. Just get ready to go before we run out the sun.
My favorite Bobcat tradition is running through the victory line, because when I was a little kid, watching all those Bobcats in front of me and seeing all the little kids out there, it just kind of reminds me of how I was when I was younger.
Thanks, guys. This has been Andrew Reed for CISD-TV News.
Thanks, Andrew. Now don't forget to come out at 5:30 to support our Lady Cat volleyball team at home. And at 7:30, go see our Bobcats as they take on the Frisco Lone Star Rangers at Bobcat Field.
And speaking of traditions, here's Brandon O'Donnell with a look at what some of our students like to do on Halloween.
Hello CHS, and today we're talking about Halloween traditions and how different people celebrate this spooky holiday. Halloween, also known as All Hallows Eve, is a yearly holiday observed around the world on October 31st. We asked people about their Halloween traditions.
We just usually go trick-or-treating, go to haunted houses. Usually when we go to the haunted house, my uncle just tries to scare us on our own, but it usually doesn't work out. But other things we like to do are just mess around in Celina, hang out with our friends, just the usual, to have fun.
I'll probably relive some of my childhood memories. I had the best time dressing up, going trick-or-treating, and when the kids come around the house, I'll just relive that and do it all over again.
We also hit the halls of CHS to find out what creative costumes students have seen.
The craziest Halloween costume I've ever seen is Michael Jackson.
So the craziest thing I've seen was like a bag of grapes.
That's it, CHS. We hope you have a happy Halloween, and join us right here next time on CISD-TV News.
As most of you know, Celina High School has been buzzing about the new iPhone 5 craze. Dylan Chavez is here to give us some information on the new phone that's been sweeping the nation.
The iPhone 5 made its debut on September 21st. Boasting many new features, Apple has sold a record of over 5 million phones. We took a look at the CHS craze about the iPhone 5.
I really like the Siri on there and how much longer it is, and I like being able to text through my voice.
So to have the 5, it's faster, the screen's bigger. I like to be able to use my Siri on it and talk into it to text, so I'm not texting. So, and it runs a lot faster.
Even the students who do not yet have the new phone are up to date on the hopeful.
Well, what I heard about the new iPhone is that it has a new connector for recharging, that it can be has both sides that you can plug it into, so you don't have to scramble around and put it in. And also it's taller, so it has like a widescreen display or something like that. And it actually upgraded, it's faster now, so that's all.
Although the popularity seems to be everywhere, some people are sticking with their trusty technology.
That it could just be all hype. Apple is just throwing out a few changes and seeing if the public bites and goes and buys their product, which they are. But I stuck with my iPhone 4 because I like it. I don't need to talk to Siri, so that's good. And my Maps app works amazingly well, so I don't think that I'm going to upgrade.
So before you go out and buy the iPhone 5, make sure it's in stock. This has been Dylan Chavez with CISD-TV News. Thanks for watching.
Caleb, do you wish you had the new iPhone?
Only if it cooks my bacon.
Recently, there has been some juicy gossip around CHS, including the Bobcat Brigade. Correspondent Miranda West is here to give us a look on what really happened with the boys.
Last week, Bobcat Brigade was suspended from doing skits at the pep rally and elected not to do flags at the football game. Now let's see what Coach Hemby and the Bobcat Brigade have to say about this decision.
We're not going to do skits in the pep rally anymore for the simple reason of we had some issues that were brought up that were very sensitive and offensive in nature, if you will. And so we discussed those specifically, and felt like at that time period that we were on the same page after our first meeting. However, we went through another pep rally, and some of those same issues came up, and that's how we addressed them accordingly.
We talked to Mr. Hemby about our skit the previous week, and pretty much it was stupid on our part for doing something just, I guess, inappropriate and irresponsible. We probably should have thought about it more of what we were doing and went over it a few more times to think about, oh, how do we look, reflecting on the fourth graders, elementary kids, you know. We want to be role models to them, and we don't want them to look up and see me representing alcohol in my hand. That's probably not what they're looking forward to.
Basically, there were some people in Celina who felt that we went a little too far with the content of our skits, and so the meeting was simply Mr. Hemby telling us that we would no longer be doing skits. We elected not to run the flags anymore because one of us failed and would be ineligible, and so we decided to go out as a unit. Now, as for whether or not the brigade is coming back, I can neither confirm nor deny anything.
We stand before you today to acknowledge the fact that we messed up. We are sorry if we offended anybody during our skit last Friday. The principles this great school are founded on. We know that we are role models for the next generation of Celina Bobcats, and we know that we did a poor job representing. Our community has unmatched moral resolve, an unmatched drive to be the best at whatever we do, and an unquenchable thirst for perfection. Being a community with as strong religious backgrounds as ours, we know that no one is perfect.
We just ask that, y'all go out and represent Celina tonight the way Celina should be represented. And we love you, CHS. Thank you for all your support.
Ian, Jack, Ryan, Daniel, Forrest, and Yvonne, y'all will all be missed and loved until y'all return. I'm Miranda West in the CISD-TV News.
Thanks, Miranda. There's been a hot new music video that has swept the nation. For our grand finale, we're going out Gangnam Style.
On July 15th, rapper Psy released Gangnam Style. On the very first day, it had 500,000 views. By October 13th, it had reached South Korean record charts and had over 460 million views. Let's see what the students have to say about this crazy new music video.
Well, I was in a pep rally one day. All of a sudden, they started playing part of it, and I was like, hey, that's pretty catchy. Then later, I heard the song, and I thought, wow, this is actually really catchy. I like it.
And you have no idea what they're saying, and it's really catchy, like, beat to it. It's just, like, fun to dance and get down, Asian style.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 너는 선호해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선호해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선호해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선호해 그런 선호해
Now you know about the most popular K-pop video, Gangnam Style. That's all for today, Bobcats. Have a great weekend.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자